You don't think you've got enough to cope with Razzle here? I mean, you've got him to feed, take for walks. You'd have twice as much to do if you had a rabbit as well.
Don't take a rabbit for walks.
True. But that brings me to something else. Where do you suppose it's going to do its aerobics, eh? I mean, it needs a bit of space to run about in. Wouldn't be fair to keep it cooped up in hutch all the time, would it?
No.
And what would Razzle think about that, eh?
Don't know.
Well, I do. He'd think it were his birthday. Like you're giving him a present. Nice little rabbit to chase round and round and round yard all the time till we all went dizzy. Think about it, son. Maybe keeping a rabbit's not such a good idea, eh?
Still, I might as well ask Mum, she'll sign it, mightn't I?
Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Has Mrs. Prince been round?
I don't know. I just got in. Why?
I thought our Marilyn might have phoned them with a message. I mean, if it's an emergency. Oh, well, but you might do something useful and help me late table.
It's a break me concentration, ma'am.
Well, go round to the Prince's for me, will you, eh? Go on.
Ma'am, those bits were in order.
They've no business to be on this table in first place. Will you get out from under me feet?
Sorry, Mum, I was just
I'm
wondering.
sick to the back teeth with the lot of you. Albert, get this cutter off my table at once. And you, get yourself round to the Prince's and ask them if there's been any telephone messages for us from our Marilyn.
But, Mum, I just...
Stop waving that thing at me and get out of my sight.
Yes, Mum.
I don't know. It's enough to try the patience of a saint. Oh!
Oh, Ma'am, I told you. I need more protein to build up my muscles.
Oh, I'm sorry, love. I've a lot on my mind. And you know, it is difficult trying to keep up with your fads.
They're not fads, Mother.
No, love, I'm sorry. Of course they're not.
Mavis's grandma's knitting her a lovely Angora sweater.
Does she know?
It's really lovely.
There, that's better now. Oh, top me way. Love.
It's the real thing as well, you know, Ma'am. Proper Angora.
Fancy.
What's up, Johnny? Lost the leg up again, have you?
Well?
They said Marilyn rang earlier. Said Chewy'd been taken off his drip.
Oh, that's a relief. Oh, I am glad. What a weight off my mind. I could cry with joy. I was worried about that dog.
Ma'am, would now be a good moment to ask you if you'd sign this form?
What form? Rabbits. I might have known.
What do you mean, rabbits?
You know, them things with long ears and fuzzy tails.
Shut up, you.
I mean the pet rabbit at Johnny's school, Rita.
Give me that.
Not for you, Rita.
They must be mad.
That's what I say, as if any parent in her right mind would be likely to agree to it.
If you ask me, Ma'am, the school should be ashamed of itself, allowing innocent rabbits to be sent to the doom.
Doom.
And frankly, I have to say that if a rabbit so much as comes near our backyard, I will let it escape immediately.
You run!
Doom.
If you did that, Rita, poor thing would probably get run over the minute it reached Port Street.
I'm trying to be humanitarian, Humphrey.
Doom.
Shut up, Albert!
Doom. You can't do anything in this house. You could hardly breathe even.
Well, you certainly can't keep pet rabbits.
Well, I don't know what all the fuss is about. I mean, if it were up to me...
Which it isn't.
I know, but if it was, I'd be all for it.
Would you, Albert?
Yeah, I would.
Why? It's got to have some ulterior motive, Ma'am.
That's true. Why, Albert?
Well, it's just that it could be a good proposition.
What's he mean using words like that?
Well, think about it. With a princess rabbit and Johnny's school rabbit, we, me, or I anyway, could soon be making quite a mint.
How?
Well, there's a great demand for rabbits from conjurers, you know, to put a rat's like. And with a princess rabbit, we could soon have quite a few to sell, what with all the babies they have. I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting to make a bit of spare cash, is there?
So you could clutter the place up with more of your glider nonsense, I suppose.
Ma'am!
It's no good looking at me, Johnny. I'm not going to sign it.
Quite right, Ma'am.
Anyway, Rita, I thought you'd not minded the idea of keeping a rabbit.
Humphrey, you should know me better by now. It goes against my conservationist and humanitarian beliefs to condone anything so cruel as keeping a live creature, like a rabbit, trapped in a tiny cage.
Oh, really? Well, what about your Angora jumper then, eh?
What do you mean?
Oh, my sausages.
Where do you think Angora wool comes from?
Well, that's got nothing to do with anything.
Oh, hasn't it? Well, Angora comes from rabbits. Rabbits which are kept in captivity and bred purely for their wool.
Well, that's different. I mean, they're probably free range or something. I don't see what's so funny.
No!
Shut up, you.
It's only a little rabbit.
It's not the size of the rabbit that's causing the problem, Johnny. It's the fact it's a rabbit at all.
It's a lovely dusky pink. She's going to sew sequins on it after.
Ma'am,
What now?
if you won't sign the form, will it be alright if Dad signs it?
Sorry, Johnny, your dad agrees with me.
Please, Ma'am.
Will you stop going on about it, our Johnny? You're like a dog at a bone. You cannot keep the school rabbit during the holidays, and that is that.
Oh, Ma'am, these sausages are burnt.
Yes, and I know whose fault that is.
Well, that was very nice, Mrs. Briggs. It was, honestly.
If you say that word once more...
Hey, I hope you brought your vitamin pills with you, Maeve. You're supposed to take them with your meals. Oh, dear, I forgot.
You'll live.
We're having a kite competition at school.
What next? Humphrey, you got sausage in your hair.
Kites? Oh, well, now. They work on the same sort of principle as gliders. Kept up in the air because of the air currents line.
Can I give you a pair of my earrings, Mrs. Briggs? As a thank you for my supper.
Of course. I won't be able to make a kite if I'm keeping the school rabbit in the holiday.
Tell Mum about that lovely jumper your Grandma's knitting for you, Maeve.
Very nice, dear. Thank you.
Of course. I would if I'm not like.
Come on, Johnny, we'll wash up, eh?
Now, it would be nice if you can get your school to make an airship. Now, they work on a different principle altogether.
What are they made of, Mavis?
Bits of fuse wire, as a matter of fact.
Ingenious.
Oh, well, they're very nice, dear. Thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure after such a sumptuous repast, Mrs. Briggs.
How are your muscles coming on, Mavis?
It depends which ones you mean.
Well, the ones in your arms, for instance.
Well, it's a funny thing, Mrs. Briggs. But you'd think training at weightlifting would make your arms bigger, wouldn't you?
Yes.
That is the idea, Maeve. But they're not, you see. In fact, with carrying the weights about for Rita, they're not getting any bigger at all. They're getting longer.
Oh, dear.
I'd swear when I measured them this morning, they were a good 6 centimetres longer than they were last week. Tell Mum about your jumper, Maeve. It's all Angora, you see. Yeah, the proper stuff, Mum.
It's a good thing about Chummy, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm pleased about that. Our Marilyn's little dog's had an accident, but it's all right now.
Oh, I am glad. I had a rabbit once. It escaped and ran riot in all the neighbours' gardens before getting into the road and under a bicycle. There was a fortune to pay, what with the man's bike and vet bills. Mind you, they make lovely pets. What have I said?
I think I'll just go round to our Marilyn's to cheer myself up. At least she won't go on about rabbits.
She's forgotten her earrings.
There you are. Sorry to burn. But at least you meant there's a lot left for you, eh? Yeah. I like them burned as well. Some people are just fussy. I'm afraid Dad ate all of his. What are you making, Dad?
Why?
Nothing.
Curiosity killed the cat. Didn't you know? Something for your mammy, if you must know.
I think I picked the right moment, Dad.
Why?
She still said no.
She's right as well. Look, Johnny, there's no way you're going to get permission to keep a rabbit, so you might as well forget all about it. Oh, go on, get yourself out. Razzle's dying for a WALK.
Can I not stay and help you, Dad?
No, you'll only get under me feet.
Come on, Razzle. WALK. Hey, he can spell. Hey, Daddy can spell.
I expect he can, lad. He can do most things, eh?
Where is our Johnny?
He took Razzle out 2 or 3 hours ago. Probably going to see that friend of his. What's her name?
Pam.
Pam, all right. You fancy a cup?
No, thanks, love. I'm awash with what I've had at our Marilyn's.
Oh, hey, come.
There he is.
Oh, heck. I've told you not to go after it. I mean, it's not as if it was our boat. The pack keep us furious. And you needn't look so pleased with yourself either. Mind you, you are a good dog, not to chase all them ducks. Are you thirsty? Hang on, I'll get you some water now. Stay.
It just goes to show there's a reason for everything.
Just as well I carried on, isn't it?
Hmm?
Ma'am, is there an old towel to dry Razzle with?
Dog towel's under the sink where it always is.
I thought you had enough water. You swallowed half the pack, Lake.
Your man wants a word with you, son.
What about?
There's only one way to find out. Go on.
Well, I suppose if I had a budget, it could swing from them. Oh, Johnny, sit down, love. Now, I know you were very fond of Marilyn's little puppy.
Oh no, it's not died, is it?
Delayed shock, I expect. I'm really worried about our Marilyn. She thought the world of that dog.
Like I do, of Razzle.
Yeah, but you're out at school all day. It's different for her. I mean, since she gave up her job, she's been stuck at home, and Chummy's been a godsend. Yes, really.
Oh, Mum, don't cry.
I don't want to get in all depressed. See, what she really needs is another little dog. Take her mind off it.
A puppy.
I expect you're right. Hey, you know, Johnny, you might just have hit the nail on the head. Suppose we let Razzle go to our Marilyn's for a bit. You know, till she got over Chummy. During the school holidays, for instance.
Oh, man, no. That's the time when I can take him out most. And he loves doing things like playing football with me and getting filthy. And Marley's has too posh for him because she'll
Now,
make him like...
don't exaggerate. He's probably like holiday in Marilyn's little house. He'd get treated like royalty.
He doesn't want to be treated like royalty. He wants to do what he likes.
Well, maybe if you let Razzle go to Marilyn's for a bit, Johnny, you could have the school rabbit to look after during the holidays while he's away. I'll sign your form for you.
But, Mum, that doesn't mean I will get the rabbit because Ginny and Josie probably will.
Now, come here. Give us your form, love. I don't know. You couldn't wait for me to sign it before. There now. Fair exchange. Are you pleased? Go on. Tell your dad.
Has she signed it?
Yeah.
Right. What do you think this is?
It's a rabbit hutch.